Hey everyone, today I want to talk about something that's been sitting on my desk for a while now, the Sequential Take 5. If you've been curious about analog polyphonic synthesizers but aren't ready to drop thousands on a big modular rig, this might be the sweet spot. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I first heard about the Take 5 when Sequential started teasing it as a more affordable, compact version of their classic Pro 3. But instead of just being a smaller Pro 3, it actually takes a different approach. It's a true analog, 5-voice polyphonic synth with a built-in sequencer. That's not something you see every day in this price range. Most budget polys are digital or virtual analog, so getting real analog circuits in a 5-voice synth for under $1,500 is pretty impressive. So, what's it actually like to use day to day? Well, the layout is clean and intuitive. The front panel is divided into sections: oscillators, filters, envelopes, LFOs, and the sequencer. Each section feels well labeled and responsive. The knobs have a nice resistance, not too loose, not too stiff, just right for tweaking without overcorrecting. The OLED screen is small but clear, showing waveform shapes, filter types, and sequence steps without any fuss. One of the first things I noticed was the sound. The oscillators are true analog, so each voice has its own character. You can stack them for thick unison sounds, spread them across the keyboard for wide pads, or use them separately for bass and leads. The filter is a classic two-pole design with resonance, and it really shines when you push it into self-oscillation territory. It's not as aggressive as a Moog, but it's warm and musical, great for leads and bass lines that sit well in a mix. The sequencer is where the Take 5 really stands out. It's not just a simple step sequencer, it's a full-featured pattern-based sequencer with up to 32 steps per pattern and 8 patterns per song. You can chain patterns together, adjust swing, and even use the SEQ3000 mode for more advanced sequencing. I've been using it to sketch out full tracks without needing a DAW. It's fast, hands-on, and the fact that it's built-in means no extra software or cables. Another thing I love is the arpeggiator. It's simple but effective, with multiple modes and a hold function. I've used it to turn simple chords into evolving rhythmic patterns, great for ambient textures or groovy leads. The arpeggiator syncs well with the sequencer, so you can lock in complex patterns without losing timing. The effects are basic but useful. There's a single delay and a single reverb, both with just a few controls. They're not going to replace a dedicated pedal, but they're more than enough for live use or sketching ideas. The delay has tap tempo, which is handy, and the reverb has a nice room setting that works well for pads. Now, let's talk about the downsides. The biggest one is the key bed. It's a 37-note synth action keyboard, which is fine for programming and quick ideas, but if you're used to a full-sized weighted keyboard, it might feel a bit limiting. Also, the polyphony is 5 voices, which is great for chords and pads, but if you're into heavy layered sounds, you might run into limitations. And while the build quality is solid, it's not road-ready. Plastic knobs and a lightweight chassis mean it's best for studio or home use. So, who's this for? If you're a producer, composer, or musician looking for a hands-on, analog polysynth with a built-in sequencer, the Take 5 is a fantastic choice. It's not going to replace a full modular system, but it's a great way to get into analog synthesis without breaking the bank. The sound is warm and inspiring, the sequencer is fun to use, and the layout is intuitive enough for both beginners and experienced players. If you're on the fence, I'd say give it a try. It's not often you find a synth that balances sound, features, and price this well. The link is below if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.